Are you having problems taking images in low light? Your portrait's coming out a bit blurry, so there's a lot of noise in your images. These are some of the common problems people run into when doing low light photography, and today we are going to look at 5 tips on how you can combat those issues. Let's jump right into it. What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Werner and today we are looking at 5 tips on how you can improve your portrait low light photography. If you find this video valuable at any stage, please don't be afraid to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already to receive all my future updates in videos to come with more valuable content. Tip number 1 guys, shutter speed is very important in low light photography. Always check that you're shooting double your frame rate than your lens's focal length. For example, like this 50mm Canon lens, make sure that your shutter speed will then be 1/100th of a second. Should your shot then still be too dark, then we're going to have to start introducing fake light, which is your ISO. And as you bump up your ISO, you will be able to increase that shutter speed, but you have to be careful because the more ISO you put into the image, the bigger the risk of introducing grain or noise. Tip number 2, should you get back into Lightroom and you see that you do have too much noise in your image, you can go to the noise reduction toolbar on the side, and there you will see luminance. That slider you can pull to the right and you will see it'll slowly take some of the grain away for you in your image. But if you move it too far, it will soften the image and the image won't look, it'll look like a plasticky image. So again, just be careful of moving that slider too far. 3, when shooting in low light photography, you really have to start shooting in RAW. You'll be surprised at how much of the image you can bring back if you did underexpose it by 1 or 2 stops with little to no hassle. Tip number 4 guys is shooting with faster lenses. What do I mean by faster lenses? It's not a lens that will roll faster when you toss it. It's lenses with a lower f-stop. So for example, lenses starting from 2.8 and downwards would be a good start. Now I know what you guys are going to say, lenses with lower f-stops are generally more expensive, which is true, but you do get inexpensive lenses as well, like this Canon 50mm f1.8. You can probably pick up this lens in South Africa for about 1,600 Rand, and if you buy it second hand, even less, about $1,000 or so on Marketplace. And I mean, that is a real good value for money, that lens. And in December, I did a whole shoot with that lens, and here are some of the images. So that shoot was done at a shopping mall in December. So the reason I took this Canon 50mm lens was for 2 reasons. The first one is for the 1.8 aperture, and the second one because it's so small. And if you combine this with a mirrorless body, it really is, you do have a small footprint in your hand and it doesn't look like a camera with a big lens, because the shopping malls here in South Africa, they don't like it if you take photos by the malls. So I didn't want to stand out. So there are 2 good reasons to take, another good reason to take the small lens with you. Tip number 5 guys, if you do get back behind Lightroom after your shooting, you see you've gotten a ridiculous amount of noise, you can always turn the image to black and white. Now this is almost like a photography hack. What this will do is it'll remove all the chrominance noise out of the image and only leave you with luminance noise, which is more acceptable, and that it represents film grain more so. Okay guys, with that being said, when you take your shutter speed, your ISO and your f-stop shooting wide open, those 3 things combined with shooting in RAW should give you excellent results when shooting, when performing, when you're out there doing your low light photography thing. Results. That's it from me for today guys. If you have learned something new today, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Hit that bell notification if you want to see some of my newer videos that are still going to come out. And I will link some of the images after this so that you can have a look. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.